Wait. Anyway, okay, welcome back to another episode of Oceans Together. Um, as always, your hosts, your fully not so recovered Artem, and your not so fully recovered Declan Morrissey, also known as the Bear. How are you,
Two
Declan?
R's, two S's.
2 R's, 2 S's. How are we doing today?
You know what? I'm pretty good. I just worked out. It was fun.
Mm.
I've never experienced a pump like that in my life for the chesticles. Just doing decline chest flies. And
Wait, decline chest flies?
yeah, so you angle it so your head, like you're like this, but your head is like here on the bench.
Yeah.
Here. And then you just do flies. And then that was supersetted with decline dumbbell bench press.
Dude, but I have like, what's the purpose of doing decline chest flies? Like, I don't.
It's the lower pec a little more. I actually felt like my whole pec just like blowing up, and that's the first time I've ever felt like my entire pec like rip. So it was
I'm
good.
gonna try this. I'm gonna try because things like I just seen like lately. I think this past week, maybe like 3 or 4 videos where people are saying that you should not do chest flies unless you're doing them on the floor, for example, like what you're like laying.
Yeah.
Like there's like a limited range of motion, but here you are doing decline. So I'm like, okay.
Honestly, I feel like I think decline chest flies stretches the pec a little less than like just straight like flat. Like to get full range of motion, you just like you're internally rotating a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not just like blowing through a pec this way. You're like, I don't know how to describe it, but you're like here, and then it's just like you're not. It's like just not as much strain. I feel like.
Yeah, that might. Dude, honestly, you might have either solved the question of the 21st century or you're just a fool.
I'm probably just a fool.
Well, I would like to think otherwise. So.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? But yeah, it was like I feel like I don't know chest flies. I feel like people just go super heavy with them, and like aren't like trained at all. Like I haven't done. Chest flies is one of those movements where like I literally just like haven't done it. Like this was my first time doing like multiple sets of chest flies, like ever. I think, to be honest.
Who the heck? Oh man. Wait. Okay, we're back. No, it was my boss. He's calling me. Bye. I'll call him back. He can survive without me.
There you go. That's what it's all about, right there, people.
Dude, but the thing is, like, because what is it? This whole thing about the chest flies, though. There's like still like there's still the debate about like do you do straight arms? Do you like bend your elbows a little bit? Whole thing, like all that bullshit. Like I don't know. I feel like there's like so much about it. I just feel like just don't do it unless you're Declan, of course. There's like there's so many better exercises to do than that,
Yeah, I mean, I've also never programmed chest flies, like, because I don't know, like whenever I do anything with like lateral abduction of my arm, like my bicep just like starts to get real tight and like my chest cramps up and like all this stuff just happens to me. That's just like not great. And so I just like don't program them. And when I do them personally, like I don't like try to like real hard like jack my arm all the way back. Like I just like go to like kind of straight and then come back up.
Yeah.
You know, like I like sometimes I don't even get like all the way like parallel with my body. I just like come down and then like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like not all the way parallel.
Yeah.
Which helps me. I don't know if it helps anyone else or will help anyone else.
No, I feel like for me, I've kind of gone away from chest flies and also reverse flies just because at least like reverse flies, for some reason my shoulder, like the left, is just something kind of like whenever I do it, it's like this little like click. Not every rep, but like some reps, and just like feeling it. It's so weird. So I'm kind of just no, I'm gonna go away from that shit. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about like, I like reverse flies, but like, I just don't. I do them like laying down on a bench, and
okay.
Like, I don't know. They're like okay. I don't really love them or hate them. You know what I mean? I just like they're there. They're an exercise.
That's true, man. That's true.
And
Dude, one exercise I hate is the thing that like split squats, but like what Davidson showed, like you put your foot against the wall and like push
oh
your
yeah,
knees. Dude, that stuff is awful. Like, swear to God, if you actually just even just like body weight, like I've been doing it like with a few of my clients, and they're like, "Oh my God, like this is fucking unreal." I'm like, "Yeah, like fucking tell me about it," because like every time I do that, like I did like eccentrics with that. Dude, I couldn't even walk like afterwards. I just like dropping the dumbbell and just like stumbling around. It's fucking brutal, man. And we're talking
yeah,
6 reps on like each leg. Like that's
yeah.
nothing. It's just ridiculous.
That's what I love about like anything that draws off of PRI is like it just cooks the shit out of you.
Yeah,
Like it's just so hard,
yeah, to say the least.
and and you just feel muscles contract like you've never felt them contract before. It's
Mm,
incredible.
yeah.
Even even the other day, like um, in class, I had to coach people through like a workout, and I did split squats with them like for warm up, and I just had them do like instead of like a full split squat with their like both legs are 90 degrees, like their hip is flexed at 90 and their knee is flexed at 90 at like at the bottom. I just decided to do like I really like doing them when the knee basically like comes forward,
Mm,
and so like the back knee will come forward to like almost the instep,
okay.
so that you're not just like ripping through a hip flexor and or
Mm,
uh, ischiofemoral ligament, right? No,
mm,
it's iliofemoral ligament. Yeah.
mm,
So like if it's just like it's great. So yeah,
damn, dude.
yes,
That sounds lovely, man. Like this is why I'm happy that I'm not longer in school and having class with you.
exactly.
I would have hated you if you did this. Man. Oh,
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Dude, I'm really sweaty right now." And then the teacher was like, you know what? We should have like squatted more before going into the squats."
Jesus Christ,
Like, oh no,
man,
that's no good.
dude. Hey, have you ever tried the Stairmaster machine? You probably have.
No, I've never done that.
Dude,
Maybe when I was young.
you need to do that. You need to do that, man. I did that today. Like that was part of my conditioning. Man, that shit will get your glutes fired.
I just don't want to do it because like all the quote unquote fitness chicks are on it. I can't be one of those people.
That's the thing too. Like I sometimes feel bad about because the thing is like I feel like if I take one of those machines, then I'm rooting for somebody else who's like sitting on the bike behind it, and they're wanting to see some like nice chick with a big ass to walk and be on that thing, and there I am with my fucking small ass like white ass just getting after it, sweating like a maniac, catching my breath. And it's like yeah. So
Can you set resistance on them?
no, you can only set the speed.
Oh, okay. Because if you could set resistance, like if you give me a weight vest in that thing, I will use it all day, for sure.
Actually, yeah, that would be a cool thing, man. That would be a cool thing. But yeah, no. Dude, but still, the thing is, like, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. Like, this is like the second time I'm doing it ever. But fuck, man, like, that shit is actually tough. Well, I think like it's tough if you don't hold on to the rails. Like, if you hold on, it's nothing. It's like
Yeah.
it doesn't do shit for you, to be honest. If you're just actually just using like hands to the side or whatever, like not holding on to anything and then walking, like it doesn't have to even have that fast. It's just it's tough, man. Like you'll feel it within seconds.
It's the exact same thing with like treadmills. Because
Mm,
like last year I did like all my conditioning was basically like step ups and like HICT. I did like 100% HICT. Like that's like all I did. And the treadmill, like just setting it at like a sick incline and then just like ripping into it was horrible.
yeah.
And then like last year, once I put on my weight vest, which is like 60 pounds, and then just hiked Inti for like I don't even know how long. I feel like I got through like 2 rounds of 10 minutes and it was horrible.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, so I weighed like 300 pounds and then just went up and down like 10 flights of stairs for just like for 10 minutes twice. And at the end, I walked by the RA office, and like literally all the RAs were in there, and they're just like, "What the fuck?" As I walked by with like this huge thing that looked kind of like a bomb strapped to my chest. It was super funny, dude.
Dude, man, of all the people, I never thought it was gonna be you, but yeah.
Well, it's like actually the weight vest is like right here. I should use that thing again. Such a
Dude,
good time.
so honestly, like I'd love to get a weight vest as well. This is like, it's a nice equipment that you have. You can do it like you do. Just like it into just it's so versatile. I'd say.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot actually, like what equipment people need for a gym and like what they don't need at all for a gym.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting,
Yeah.
because like um I kind of think you only need like one, maybe two dumbbells and or kettlebells, a
Mm,
pull-up rig, and that's
it.
like it.
That's it.
And it's
That's
great.
yeah. That's the thing, man. That's the thing too. Like I've been trying to do right now, like with some of the classes, like I basically almost just like only do kettlebell workouts because things like I only see like them like once a week. So I even tell them like if you want to do some of this stuff, literally just buy a kettlebell and then that's it. Like you don't have to pay for a gym membership or anything. You just have one kettlebell, and that's it. Like you can basically hit the whole body with that thing. It's like and yeah, because the thing is, as long as you're not really working out or exercising to, compete in some competition or performance, then that's all you need. Like you don't need anything else, basically. So it's just
Yeah, that like Pavel Tatsulin,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I don't know how to say his last name at
yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But that like all his books are just so good. They're
yeah,
just so like they're just so deadly, to be honest.
yeah. To say the least, man. To say the least, man. No, he's a good guy, man. The thing is, I have his book, The Naked Warrior. I haven't read it yet though.
I have it's like Sinister Kettlebell Secrets or something like that. I don't even know what it's called.
Dude,
But it's
some
just like him demoing a bunch of kettlebell movements and being like, this is how you should set it up. This is the kettlebell you need. Go.
man.
And I think I read it and then I went to the store and I got this thing.
Wow.
And I read it, was like, this is sick. And then and he was like, I think it's like a 24 kilogram bell for
Mm.
men. And they didn't have any 24s. They didn't have any 22s either. So I had to buy a 20.
I thought you said 28.
No.
That's pretty solid though.
It is. It's like, and it's kind of nice because it's like a good weight for, you can use anything. Like I
Yeah,
can swing it, I can snatch it,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I can carry it, I can squat it, like whatever.
yeah. Yeah, that's the thing I was gonna say because I feel like, well, it depends on like how strong you are, but I feel like 24 and up, you can't really do that much. I feel like 20 is a good weight, like 20 or 18. It's like a good weight where even if you're really strong, it's like you still get like a good benefit out of it. And if you're not that strong, it's challenging enough for you, so you can still like press, snatch, everything like that. So yeah.
Yeah, like a 24 is, I don't know, like I think a 24 is great.
Well,
And
yeah.
I don't know, I just had to convert that to American units.
Barbecue flavored confusion.
Exactly. That's where I was at when you said that.
Man. No, that's actually from Pavel. I got that shit with the like 20 minutes of kettlebell swings. Like
Oh yeah.
that shit will destroy you. Like dude, like your hamstrings and glutes are now fam. Like
Or the 10 minutes of Turkish get-ups.
oh yeah, fuck man.
That
That
was
is
always my favorite thing you've done because like you would always say something like you were always just like, it's 10 minutes Turkish get-ups and I almost threw up. And like it doesn't sound that hard at all.
no.
But then like doing it, you're like, holy shit, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like it's basically for everything. I actually almost died the other day. I actually went to a CrossFit session. Like I went. It's called like grit strength, but there was like this woman was holding the session and she's like a coworker, and like I went to that and then dude, like I thought I was in shape, but I haven't done any conditioning for like 2, 3 months, especially after mass. Like, I didn't do anything during mass, so there's like I almost puked right there in the fucking just in the room. And I was in the corner. I also put myself in the corner. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna puke, so I'm gonna be here in the corner just. But fuck, man, like it was tough. And like these women, like fucking like 40 years old or something, they're just killing it, and they're almost using the same weight as me, So that says
Dude,
a lot about me.
it does say a lot about you. Kind of don't want to do this podcast with you anymore.
No, man, but I'm telling you though, it's like it's only like just endurance. Like it was just conditioning, because it was ridiculous, But man, like I'm so deconditioned. That's all I can say. It's bad. Like that is why we're doing the stairmaster, and I did stairmaster and rowing today. That's conditioning.
Was it like intense or was it not that intense?
The rowing was pretty intense. The stairmaster was more just kind of okay tempo. The rowing I kind of went pretty hard on it. I fucking hate rowing, man. I swear to God, I feel like I'm gonna faint almost every time. Like even if I just do 5 minutes, I fucking hate that shit. But yeah, stairmaster was pretty. It was pretty light. Like it was tough, but it wasn't that tough.
Have you ever done a Jacob's ladder?
I don't know that. Oh, is that the thing?
Yeah, that's a Versa climber, I think. It's Jacob's ladder. Let me pull up a picture. Jacob's ladder is like you just climb hand over hand, and it's the worst.
No, I don't think I've done that ever.
Like I literally, it is the worst implement known to man. And like, I had to fight people in like a group project I'm doing right now. Like I had to fight them to like we're doing like a hypothetical gym, and I had
Oh,
to fight them to get this thing.
Jesus.
But like, I used to work at a Y that had this,
Dude.
and I almost died on this thing too. Because you have to like there's a belt that attaches to your waist, and basically, it like I don't remember what it is. I think it's like, oh, that's what it does. It unhooks the system so that you can like climb on it. And so I'm like 5'11", so you have to set the belt height. And the person before me was like 5'7", like a few inches shorter than me.
Mm.
And so I just like jumped on there and like started going, and like it went way too fast because it thought I was like 5'7". And so I'm just like sprinting, trying to like scamper up this thing and just like not die.
Oh man, dude.
It was awful. Like it was just like so hard to breathe, and it was like the worst like tricep, hamstring, and glute pump I've ever received from a machine. Like it was the worst.
Jeez. Dude, I know that
And
looks tough, man. It looks tough.
yeah, and like the same thing with the Versa climber, because it's just like it's also so hard to breathe because like you're using your abs to like move your rib cage and like pelvis, and instead of like breathing, and so it's just like so hard to use them for anything else.
Damn, dude, it's crazy.
And I was like, I'm just gonna jump on here, do a little cardiac output sesh, no big deal. And like 3 minutes, and I'm like, there's no way I'm at 120 right now. I was just like, like trying not to die. It was incredible.
Fuck's sake, man, that's insane.
Oh yeah. Speaking of trying not to die, you want to talk about the College Bowl?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
All right. So this week's topic was supposed to be the College Bowl, which is held by the American College of Sports Medicine every single year. And basically what happens is a bunch of teams are formed. So 3 kids go and represent the college that they go to in this College Bowl, this epic competition. By epic competition, I mean it's Jeopardy, pretty much, with exercise science questions. Yes.
How do you get selected in the top 3 to go?
Here it's normally GPA, but I don't have that big of a GPA.
Well,
so I was like,
my second question.
I was asked directly by the I was asked directly because a kid who was on it last year, like told the professor that I should do it or something. I don't know. It was very weird, but he did that, and so I was like, screw it, I'm gonna do this. And so basically, I went down to Rhode Island on Thursday and competed in this college bowl at the end of the day. And it was a day. It was a day because if you're familiar with Bang energy drinks, I had 2 of those in the space of like 3 hours. And then I had this, which is Noopept. It's a nootropic, so basically it just like enhances focus, memory, and learning. And basically, it's like caffeine, but not caffeine.
Dude, just when you thought 2 bangs wasn't enough.
Oh yeah. And so I came in there. I was in there just absolutely vibrating. Like couldn't sit still. Was like not anxious, but like just ready to go.
Well,
Like probably could have.
Well, I was just gonna say, yeah, you probably had like a lot of chi in your side. You just needed to like remove the chi.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had the chi. And like I was literally I could have pulled 700 pounds, no problem. That's how hyped up I was.
Oh my god.
And so like I'm walking around like right up until they tell us to sit down. So we sit down and we start, and I'm the person in charge of like writing our answers on the whiteboard. And I just like uncap the pen. I look down, my hand's like this. Like it's literally just like I'm like trying to write like this. Like I'm just like struggling to write. And so like at points like I wish you had seen like what I had written because like I was so hyped up that one of the questions was like describe the frontal plane motions of the hip. And they just wanted abduction and adduction. So I put adduction normally, and then abduction I put A, capital B, and then spelled the rest of the thing. But like the first time I wrote it like A, D, and then added a second like D at the bottom of the B to make it a B. Like I was super, super hyped.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
And then so I'm like trying to think of like anything else. Oh, so then at one point they, so they asked us about like nutrition. And the question was like, what is the branch chain amino acid that has been shown to regulate mTOR? And it's leucine. And so I write down leucine really quickly, and we have like 10 seconds to answer each question. Like I read the question quicker than the announcer does. I write down the answer. He stops the question. He says, "Okay, go." And then the lady up at the front like accidentally hits the button, and it switches to the next slide, which is the answer. And everyone's like, "Oh!" And I start yelling, like, "Give me that! We got that! Give us that!" And I hold up the board to show them, and I'm like screaming at the judges to give us the points. Like just losing my shit. Just like, give us that. We got that shit. Let's go. And like just yelling at the judges, and the head judge goes like this, like the crowd noise down thing. And then I was told by a colleague that has appeared on this podcast before, who's not Kyle or my dad, to talk major shit. Eric Hogan told me to talk major shit.
Yeah, I did. It was between him, Abby, and Uriah. So like,
that's true. We didn't release that one though. So, but I was so upset because the team from UMass Amherst, whatever, was they were like, "We got that one too." And I turned around, I was like, "Then give us both the points." And in my head, I was like, "'Cause you're fucked either way." But didn't say that. And I'm kind of sad that I didn't say that. Like I could have toned it down a little bit and just been like, "Yeah, you're gonna lose either way, so whatever." But so then like eventually, so we're answering these questions. We go through single Jeopardy, then we go through double Jeopardy, then we go through Final Jeopardy. And at Final Jeopardy, you can wager your points,
What is double jeopardy though? Before we go.
Double. So Final Jeopardy or so single Jeopardy, you had questions that were like from 100 to 500 points.
Oh, okay.
Double Jeopardy was like 200 to 1,000 points.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah, and so at the end of Double Jeopardy, we were tied with this like Norwalk Community College, which I don't even know where it is. We're tied, and like at this point, we have literally gotten one question wrong and have declined to answer two questions. So we didn't answer. So like we basically don't have three questions.
Yeah.
And like so that's like where we're at right now. And so then we're like, we got to wager it all. Like it's all or nothing here. Do or die. Let's do this. So we put it all in there.
Oh, right.
The final Jeopardy question is like the answer is beta blockers. I don't even remember what the hell it was. I literally don't remember most of the night because I was so jacked up on caffeine.
Oh my days.
And then so we get it and we're like, oh my god, please just like hopefully they didn't get it. We look over, they got it. And so they're like, okay, there's never been a tie before, so we're kind of coming up with this off of our asses. They put up one tiebreaker. Springfield gets it wrong. Norwalk doesn't answer it. Then they put up another one. We get it wrong. Norwalk doesn't answer it. And then the guy's like, okay, screw it. Like, we're just going to go off of like questions from like previous years or something. I don't even know where he got these questions from. So he asks us one question. And it was like, what is the non-essential amino acid that can be converted into glucose by the liver? And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. And we like look at Norwalk and they're just like, and so both of us are just kind of like looking at each other like we don't know. And the guy's like looking at us and like then someone's like, neither of them answered, go on. So he's like, oh, okay. And then he asks another question. And Headley, who's a professor here, who's like the ACSM's guy at Springfield, yells, they haven't learned that yet. For the second question the guy asks. And so we're just like, so we take like a guess at the question. We get it wrong. They don't answer it. And then the third question is like, what's the process through which the carbon chains are cleaved off of acetyl-CoA and moved into the mitochondria? We put, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's weird. Like, I mean, I feel like it's Krebs the way they're asking this question. But the answer was beta oxidation. So we debate it for a second. We put beta oxidation. Norwalk puts Krebs or something like that. And so we win. And we were discussing about when we win, we should flip the table. And
I just want to say first of all, like he's just like so calm and collected, and so we win. There was nothing like, and we won. Like fuck no. Like,
no, because it's just way funnier after this. So the other guy on the team with me is like also just jacked up. I don't know if he's taking caffeine, but like he's jacked up. The girl on the team with us is like so like chill. Like she's nervous, but she's chill.
Yeah.
And so we win, and I'm like, yes! I stand up, and I hit the chair that's behind me. Like, I knock it like 3 feet back from me, and I yell, let's go, and throw the pen. And I'm holding like the extra marker in my hand. I just whip it across the room. And it's like a big conference room. It's a ballroom that we're in, and I just whip it across the room. I turn around, I walk out of the room. And so the girl is like just sitting there in shock, like she can't believe we won. The guy freaks out equally as much as I do, but like trips over himself getting up, and so he pulls the tablecloth that we have on the table and just like moves everything on the table. And like so I'm walking out because like my bladder has like been about to explode since like the second I sat down at the table.
Oh God.
And so like I walk out and there's students, right? So like the setup was basically like I'm gonna just like get a whiteboard and draw it out because
Yeah.
that's gonna be easy.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh my! As you can see in the background, we have some cereal.
Oh.
Right.
All right. So
Same.
just gonna get all right, I'm gonna draw this out here. So basically there were like a bunch of judges at a table.
Oh my God, dude! I'm just
And
painting
then
my head right now. It's ridiculous.
and then there were just like three sections of students sitting, right? Like basically like this, you know?
Yeah.
And so like the table judges, and we got like the two kind of semicircles are where like the contestants were, and then the three square things are where the students were sitting. And so like in between the squares, there were kids like standing there watching
Mm-hmm.
because there weren't enough seats. And so I like basically just run like out because there's a door back here
Yeah.
that leads into the hall where a bathroom is. And and so like while I'm running out though, there's a huge group of girls in my way. And like one of them just looks at me like, "Oh my God, he's gonna run out after that? I can't believe it." And I'm like, "Goddamn right I am. Have a good day. Thank you. See you later." Just like wave at everyone. I sprint out. Like I go to the bathroom. I come back, and I just like basically collapse against the table that like Springfield has gotten for like to eat food at. And I'm just like bent over this table, just like because I'm like so stressed out because the program director was like, "We better fucking win. If we don't fucking win, I'm gonna fucking kill you." Like she was really, really into it. And so
Oh my
she
God.
so then she so like I give my friends who came a hug, and then I like turn and I just hear like, "Declan Morrissey, come here." And the program director is like running at me like this with her arms just like out. And she gives me like this huge hug. She's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." And then like one of the professors who teaches at school like comes over and like pats me on the back. It's like, "You did a great job. You did like as because I just like hugged her and like immediately went back to like my fetal position on the table. So I'm just like so stressed out.
Well,
And
you still haven't gone to the bathroom yet, right? Or like, have you gone to the
oh,
bathroom yet?
I went to the bathroom and
Oh
came back.
God, I'm just making sure. Because I was like, if you're still just standing there, like you still haven't gone to the bathroom, like God damn it.
And then so now I'm like walking around. I go over to Norwalk and say like, "Hey, great job, you guys. Like, thanks for being here." And so there's one dude and two girls on the team, and the guy's like, "Hey man, like great competition. Like so happy we got to compete against each other. That was great." And the girl is just like does not even have the time of day. Like barely shakes my hand. Like gives me like a limp noodle. The other girl, like I don't even think realizes who I am or like where I'm from, and just like turns around, and is like, "Yeah, whatever." And and so then but like then it's funnier because like we get this big trophy. It's fucking huge. And so the like head of the ACSM chapter we're a part of or whatever, I don't even know who it is, but he hands me the trophy and he's like, "Yeah, so I'm gonna have to take this back to get it engraved." with your name on it and like when you won and all that stuff. I'm like, great, here you go. Like immediately hand it back to him, and he's just like, you don't want to keep it for a second? I'm like, no, I'm gonna drop it if you let me keep it. Here, take it back. And he's just like so confused, like, but what about your teammates? I was like, I just take it, okay, just take it. Like I don't want to break it, they don't want to break it, just here. And he like refuses to take it from me, even though I know that something bad is gonna happen to this trophy. And so then like we get a ton of pictures with the trophy, and I'm just like terrified of holding the thing because like I know that if we break it, like it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get kicked to school.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then pretty much I took the bus home and passed the fuck out on the bus. It was awesome. And that's the College Bowl.
You're a fucking animal, man.
It was intense.
Dude, was KO there?
No, she wasn't.
And what's the other woman's name? The one we had ex-phys with. Fuck is her name?
I have no idea.
Fuck is her name, man? Like
You mean
special.
testing?
No, not special pops.
No, exercise testing with
Yeah.
Lewis.
That's what it is. Yeah, that one. Was she there?
Yeah, she was there. I think she took off before the College Bowl though.
Ah, you.
I don't remember.
Damn, dude.
But no, she was there, but like I don't think I saw her after the College Bowl. So.
Damn, dude. Wait, so how long was like the whole thing?
Huh?
How long was the whole contest? Like, was it an hour, half an hour?
Yeah, like an hour. It felt. It might not have even been an hour, to be honest. I think it was probably at most 45 minutes, but it felt like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I can imagine that, man.
And so, like, me and the other guy on the team were so jacked up that during the intermissions for it, we were just like, let's go, come on, just like, let's do this, fuck, Jesus, like, just dropping F-bombs, like, trying to get them to just, like, reduce the amount of time we had between, like, the first Jeopardy, second Jeopardy, and final Jeopardy, so that we could just, like, get this going, because we were just, like, so amped up, like, fully ready to kill someone, so,
That's messed up, yo.
yeah, it was a good day.
Fucking A, man. That's just ridiculous.
It was. It was.
Oh my god. Because the thing is, like, I saw that, like Zachary and our beloved female TJ was there. I believe so.
TJ was not there.
Oh, well, I know Zachary was there. Because the thing is, I thought Zachary was part of it, And I was so confused by everything, but apparently not. It was just you and two others.
Yes, sir. That's what it was.
I said, man, that's just crazy, man. Why haven't I got any pictures of this? Like, where?
I don't really have any pictures, to be honest.
Oh,
like,
actually, yeah, that doesn't surprise me though. What surprised me though, I'm very proud of you, is for wearing pants and shoes.
yeah, yes, I wore both,
That is
and
just.
it was pretty shocking to everyone, to be honest. I'm gonna see if someone posted a picture of it. Oh, here we go. All right, she's posted the Springfield College Applied Exercise Science page. It has pictures of like random students, like sitting and watching the College Bowl.
Yeah.
But none of us actually like winning the College Bowl, which is kind of funny to me anyway. I think there's a picture. I think I have a picture of like me holding the trophies. Oh, here we go. There we go. There you go. You're welcome.
You can just see on you that you're just so good call. Like, can't even enjoy. Wow, it's a huge, man. It's huge, dude. Oh
I
yeah,
just didn't even...
yeah, I see it here. Like, students had a fun experience at the NACSM conference this week.
Yeah, I did have a fun experience, almost exploding.
Dude, why is there so many Asians?
Because I got on the bus and just like had a wicked headache. It was awesome.
Wow, dude.
head was gonna explode. But seriously, nootropics, so much fun for kids.
Is it though?
No.
That's crazy.
Sometimes it gives me a headache, but sometimes not.
Dude,
And it's vegetarian too. Hashtag game changers.
Damn, that is insane, man. I kind of wish I was there just to see all of this, man, because
Oh, I definitely wish you were there.
it just sounds like a fucking shit show a little bit.
It was kind of because like I mean my goal was to go in with like the intent of it being like a third attempt deadlift sort of vibe where it was just like where it's just like you're gonna do this or the world is gonna explode. And I did. And I managed to get there. Like seriously, 600 milligrams caffeine, 4 capsules of new pept, and then just like heavy metal as I walked into the conference room.
Wait, Russian heavy metal or just heavy metal?
Australian heavy metal.
Ooh, well, that's something. Oh, is it the one that you sent me, like that band? Fuck is it
I don't
called?
remember what I sent you.
Well.
But you know, it was. I think I know exactly what song it was too. It's just. I don't know if you can hear this. And then actually, as well, I came out to this. Like I walked into the conference room with that. I was like, yeah! People were like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, yeah, Triple H!
Oh my
god. So, yeah, that was pretty much the College Bowl.
Dude, oh man. Dude, I just especially like the one moment I'd love to see is where she pressed too quickly and the answer was given, and just you flipping out like, oh come on, like we got that, give us the point, you know? Like that's like I would have loved to see that.
Yeah, like I mean, it flipped out. I can't, like I don't know how well to like else I can describe it, and I just like don't really remember what I said.
Dude.
But like I just was freaking out because like we got it.
Yeah, I would have been flipping out as well, man. Like, they're just like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
And so like with us there was a judge who basically like she would hold up like a green, red, or she'd do this to indicate that like we got it right, didn't get it right, or didn't answer. And she was just like, when that happened, she was like, you guys already had it down, so I mean like they should give you the points. And I was like, exactly, why won't they? But that's what happened a lot is like before, basically like the rules were like you had 10 seconds after the MC stopped reading the question. So like, you know, it would be like, what is Artem's favorite color? Go. And then you have 10 seconds to write down an answer, and then they'd say time, and then you'd hold your boards up.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, the lady would hold up the green, red, or whatever. And at one point she just like looked at us and was like, you guys already have the fucking answers written down by the time I've read the question. Like, what are you? And we were just like, I don't know, we just like go real hard. And she was like, are all Springfield students like this? And I was like, I don't know, we don't care right now.
Dude, I can testify that no.
So it was intense.
Yeah, man, it does sound intense, but that does sound like a good time though. But at the same time, like having, you know, like Headley and everybody else like fucking watching, dude, like that would also fucking freak me out. Like just like
it was real scary, to be honest. Like, I have another funny little story about um, the professors there. I'm not going to name names, but
Good thing.
like one of the professors comes over to the head of the program and goes, "Is it frowned upon to drink while I judge?" Because there was a bar. There were two bars in the back corners of the rooms. There was like a full functioning bar, like a table set up with alcohol.
Oh my
And
god.
the head of the program goes, "No, it's probably okay." And then so like I'm like standing up and walking around nervously, and like my two other compatriots are like sitting at the table, and we all look over, and at the I don't even remember what school it was, but it was some school in Vermont. They have they have the three competitors, and then they have the advisor for the team. The advisor for the team is one huge and jacked. Like his arms were the size of my head. He was humongous.
Jesus.
And the other thing is that he was drinking a beer.
What the fuck?
Like he just like had a Bud Light in his hand. He's like, "Yeah, here we go." I was like, "Yo, why didn't I think of that?"
Dude, that's ridiculous. Wait,
I was so
did you have an advisor as well or no?
yeah. It was the head of the program.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
'Cause I was confused. I was like, why did they get an advisor and you don't? That's just the heck, man.
no. We had an advisor.
Yeah.
It was also kind of. It was so funny. So, yeah, that was really the College Bowl right there.
Dude, that sounds like an adventure.
It was an adventure.
It kind of sounds like a wedding as well, you know. You had everything.
That's true. It was kind of like a wedding.
Like, there was the pictures, there was the emotional moments, there was the drama, there was the
Sweet victory.
yeah, the sweet victory. You know, there was also the like, if anybody has anything to say or like forever keep silent. There was also that moment. You know, like there's just yeah. It almost feels like this is like some shit like you would hear from a movie or something. Like everything you just said, I just
It was really fun.
it's kind of like an Adam Sandler movie or something. We're just and like you're Adam Sandler, unfortunately.
Oh, that really sucks.
Well, Adam Sandler in his prime, not right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. Yeah. All
yeah,
right, thanks.
yeah. Oh man. Okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a good time. It was a really good time.
Yeah, on a different topic though, I have a question. Do you guys have new plates in the gym, like in the varsity?
Yeah, the weight room got new plates, so
Yeah.
we have new bumper plates.
What the heck, man? They could not do it before.
No.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah, none of the Tendo units work either, and
Oh,
like two of the Just Jump mats work.
oh.
So that's where we're at.
Man. Well, that's something, I guess.
What can you do?
Well, not much.
Exactly.
Oh man. Well, okay. I have an next question. Are you doing any meets this coming month or this month even?
No, I'm not. I don't think my next powerlifting meet is going to be until February.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's one in Florida that'll be about an hour and a half from me, I think. So I'm gonna do that one.
Are you gonna pull 700?
Maybe probably like 650. I think 650 is really where I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I think that's the goal.
that's not bad.
No, I think 600 is not bad. 650 is like good.
No, I feel like 600 is pretty good. You know.
It's like okay for a 242.
Well, yeah. Dude, the biggest I've pulled is 440, so I'm gonna shut up.
Excellent, Baba. That is working weight, man.
No, dude. Honestly, man, though, I actually a little bit like fucked up my back when I did that. Not gonna lie. So
You always mess up your back.
that's also true.
Have you told the story of you messing up your back during Mass 1 the first time on this podcast?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I feel like you should.
I don't think I want to. That's a
Well,
dark.
I want to.
That was a dark.
So if you don't tell it, I'll tell it.
Alright, fine, fuck it, I'll tell it. And if I missed anything that you maybe think I've missed, then you can just
All right.
update. Well, anyhow, the background to the whole thing is that, well, our beloved Clayton Lent, who was my RA at the time, was doing mass, and I'm like, oh, mass, what is this all about? Because like he always complained of pains and just like hey, this is brutal, and that he almost fainted the first workout. So I'm like, okay, well,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give this a go. So like I asked him to send it to me, and he sends it to me, and just if he gives us like some weird ass caption to it, like something about like the M word, like I don't know what, man. But anyhow, so like I kind of just anyhow, but yeah, so like I do it, and then I take his advice though, and I kind of get some Sour Patch Kids. So
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like the classic Clayton
have
Lent thing right there.
yeah, so I get that as well. I kind of get that like just to be ready, and so I do it in the gym. I think it was like it was at night, and I just remember. Well, I actually have two stories about this, but like yeah. But anyhow, so like with this things, like the first workout, it was awful. But the things like also like I felt that I should remember like I went too hard. Like I put too much weight on the exercises because like I feel like I've done that every time. Like even now when I actually completed the whole thing, I put like the first time I put too much. Like I remember like round 3, I skipped squats and I skipped something else I think because I was just like and I think it's like after I was done, like I was laying in a corner for maybe 15 minutes, like just laying there. And I tried to get up and I'm like nope, but that's a different story. But anyhow, so then like every phase is 4 weeks, and week 4 comes along, and I go in the morning like usually, and I do the workout. It's awful. I come back to Christian, and then we talk, and I'm just sitting there eating my breakfast, and I just feel something tingling, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna sneeze, and so I sneeze twice. I go, Hata! Hata! Like even harder, like the second time, and boom, like my back froze completely. I could not move it. It was like a brick wall, and just I couldn't even go like anywhere, like just even no flexion, extension, nothing, like nada. Lumbar was just stuck. It was just it was awful, man. And the thing is, like we were planning on going hiking, and so I'm telling him, I'm like, I can't go hiking. He goes, oh, stop being a bitch. I'm like, you don't understand. I can't fucking move my lumbar spine. Like, it's not moving. And he thinks I'm just messing around with him. And he keeps calling me, like, oh, like, you're being a sissy and everything. I'm like, no, dude, like, I can't do anything. But because of the effects that you people have on me, I decided to still go hiking. And so I ended up going hiking with a non-functioning lumbar spine. And believe it or not, though, actually, after like 8 hours, I think. Yeah, because this was like at 9 a.m. So around maybe 4 or 5 ish, I can move it. I don't know, maybe 10 degrees flexion. Yeah, it's like still zero extension, but flexion 10 degrees kind of thing. So we're coming somewhere, But yeah, that was awful, man. Like I don't. That was probably one of the worst ever. Like with that fucking. Like I just, because I was feeling fine, and then just sneeze, and then bah. It was kind of like a what's the English word for it? I know the Swedish word, but I don't know the English word. Wait, I'm gonna find it.
Surprise. Scary
Yes.
moment.
Wait. No, fuck. Here we go.
This has never happened. I've never seen him not be able to say an English word and replace
Lumbago.
the Swedish word. A
Lumbago.
what?
Lumbago. Is that a swear? Is that a word?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what it means though.
What is like? I'm gonna. It's like. What does it say here? What the fuck? Just give me the English. Well, okay. Anyhow, that basically what it
Oh,
was.
it's pain. It's pain in the muscles and joints of the lower back.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, like lumbago, it's also, yeah, but it's kind of like something that just like shock and you just
Oh, okay.
yeah. But dude, like I don't know if I should tell this story on the podcast. To be honest, the other one I have, I'm not gonna do it. I'll save that one for maybe a different time.
I kind of think I know which one you're talking about. I would really rather you didn't share that.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna share it.
Um, I have two things that I think you forgot
Okay.
to mention. One is that you wore winter gloves
Oh,
while doing math
don't even start with me.
because you didn't have lifting straps and your hands were so short. So you had to wear lifting gloves, or you had to wear winter gloves to do this.
Well, yeah, dude, like for those people looking, like if you look at the hand, like it's like if I say from around here and like there, it was like this boom, like that much is yeah, skin just. So like I just like, if I was gonna go the same weights on the trap bar, I had to wear winter gloves. So yeah, that actually happened.
Um, and it was hilarious. And then the other thing is that your back felt terrible that day, like before you sneezed. So you decided to do mass one, but just reduce the weight on the trap bar to like 135. And you were like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
That was the second day.
Oh, okay.
Because like the thing is
All
like
right.
that day three, I did that's when like when the back got fucked up. But then I'm like day four, which was the next day. I'm like, well, I'm still gonna do it, because my back was feeling itself. I'm like, I'm just gonna go 135, and I could do 135 because like everything else I could still do the same weight, but just the trap bar, like I couldn't put up the weight. It wasn't happening. I would have died.
I know. I was there.
Yeah, dude. Man, but even now when I was doing mass one again, like the trap bar is the worst thing because again, like my hands. I think I don't know if I told you this. I actually threw up one day in the like literally like right next to the squat rack, and this dude saw me as well. He saw me throw up. He's like, "Oh, bro, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, just it's fine. Like it happened." He's like, "Yeah, like I saw you were going pretty hard." I'm like, "Yeah, just walk away. It's okay. Like don't think about me." But
Oh my
that's the thing I
god.
learned too, because like uh, I after that day, I never did mass one ever again in the morning. Even if I had breakfast, I'd always do it kind of midday or night, because in the morning, that was the worst time to do it because I just felt like most shit and the most likelihood of me puking or something else, like just fainting or something. So I just nah, yeah, it was bad, man. It was bad. But yeah, we made it
You
through.
know what? It's been an hour, and I think that's a great place, great little story to stop.
I think so as well, man.
All right. This has been Oceans Apart episode whatever. Um,
13, you
great. I'm Artem. He's
are
Declan. And
what
I hope everyone has a nice day.
or night, depending where you are.
Yeah, or night, or mid afternoon, or morning.
Yeah, right. All right. Okay, we're out now.